Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Today I just wanted to sit down and talk a little bit about the creative process and the testing process, especially for a new store. Just a bit of background, I started a new dropshipping store around 10 days ago, and currently it's 10:30 a.m. And the store has done close to 1,000. So I might hit my first 1K day soon, guys. Let's go. But I feel like a complete fraud. I feel like an imposter. And the reason I say that is because my current winning ad is just a static ad with an offer and headline. That's all. And that one ad alone is pulling 99% of the spend. So I currently have one testing campaign where I add like 3 new ads every day with a different angle, and I also have a scaling campaign, and the scaling campaign is where I put the winning ads. So every time I get a winning ad, I would move that ad into the new campaign. But currently in both campaigns, that one winning ad is taking up basically all the spend, and I would add new creatives, but they just won't get any spend at all. And that current static is crushing. It's sitting at average across the past 10 days above 4 ROAS, which is pretty insane. And yeah, the reason why I said before I feel like an imposter, I feel like a fraud, is because that ad is only targeting the toppest of funnels, like the very, very tip of the funnel. So it's targeting people who already know about the solution and people that already know about the product. And because the higher you get up the funnel, the smaller the audience pool is. So right now, I feel like the ad could exhaust its audience at any point in time, and I wouldn't know how to recover from that because I haven't found a different angle, or I haven't found a winning ad that targets an audience pool on the lower of the funnel with people who maybe not know about the solution or not know about the product, right? So with that being said, I feel like the way we approach testing a new store is we try to analyze demographics, we try to analyze our perfect avatar, and we try to curate the best angle or different best angles to target that avatar, or we even have multiple avatars and have multiple concepts and angles targeting that avatar. And although that works extremely well if you do find a concept of an angle that works well towards an avatar, then you're gonna get a winning ad that you can scale up to a pretty good amount because you're targeting a bigger audience pool. You're targeting an entire audience of people who know about your problem that you're solving with your product, which is probably a huge number of audience, like over 1 million people, like hundreds of millions of people. So whereas if you target the top of the funnel, the tip of the funnel, maybe your audience is in the thousands, right? And once you go through them all, you've kind of out of audience. And because this works extremely well is because the people who are at the top of the funnel, they've already been educated a lot by your competitors. So you're sort of coming in with a good offer and sweeping up their hard work. So the problem with analyzing, going very deep into the market analysis and customer psychology and market sophistication, all of this stuff, I think this is important in the later stages of testing a product. I feel like when you first start testing a product, you only have to get the offer right. And if you target the tip of the funnel, then you're removing a lot of the factors that could cause you to fail. For example, maybe your copywriting is not done correctly. You're crafting a long VSL and advertorial, but instead of increasing conversions, it's driving your customers away. Because if you're targeting a solution unaware audience or just a problem aware audience, then you have to do all the convincing. You have to curate them into your customer, into them wanting to buy. Whereas now, especially as Q4, a lot of customers are ready to buy that product that they know they want. So all you have to do is come in with a good website, a good offer, with a good static ad that calls out that audience pool and have a good offer with it. And that's all it takes. So, and bring back to the imposter thing is, this product I started initially using the calo ripping method, like most dropshippers. Because it's just a practice store for mine, I'm mostly focusing on my 2 supplement brands that I'm actually trying to run up. But this is just a quick store. I wanted to test some stuff. So what I did, I just found that product on Calodata that had really great COGS. It looked like it was trending upwards. I just took it and made a pretty good store. And I took the Calodata top creatives. I took the top 20, downloaded them, and then cut some parts out, edited, like, did some very, very small edits that maybe takes like 2 minutes per video, right? And then I took the best 5, in my opinion, out of those 20. So it was like number 1, number 2, and then number 7, number 13, number 16. I took the best 5, put them in one campaign. I had multiple ad sets. And this time around, every time I do a test, I test a different way. And this time, the method I wanted to go for was, I had one campaign, ABO campaign this time. I usually go CBO. I don't know why I went ABO this time. But I had one ABO campaign, and I had one ad set with all of my 5 video creatives, and I had multiple ad sets. One ad set targeting a region. So one ad set I was targeting US, Canada. Other one was Oceania, and the other one was Europe, and I had another one targeting rest of the world. So this includes like Africa, Mexico. What else am I missing? And South America. Yeah, and I excluded a small part. I excluded India. I think that's all I excluded. Yeah, and then so I had 4 ad sets with the same ads. And then meta recommendation, if you do meta, you'll know that the AI will recommend you to have, for every ad set, they want you to have, oh, just had another sale, guys, let's go. I think we're at 9:55 now. Huge. But anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, with the campaigns. Wait, what was I saying again? Oh yeah, so 4 ad sets, and then I had like 50 USD budget split across 4. So I had 15 in US, 15 in Europe, and then 10 in the other 2, one for Oceania, one for the rest of the world. And then Meta will recommend you to have at least one video and 1 image ad for each ad set. So, and at that time, because I spent like most of the day running it, like doing all the store setup and stuff. So I started at like 3 p.m. and I worked until 2 a.m. and it was getting close to my bedtime. And I was ready to just launch it and then set the campaign up and then see how it goes. But then I was like, okay, last recommendation, and you get 8 bonus points to get 100 campaign score. I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll do it. So I went to Canva. I made a static ad, very simple static ad. It's so it's 9:16 aspect ratio, but you want to have the content in the middle square so it fits in all aspect ratios if you crop it. So I whipped it up in 5 minutes. I had the product photos, 2 of them, in the graphic, and I had a headline that calls out to the problem, and then I had a sub headline, and then below that I had the product photos, 2 of them product. And then below that, I had buy one, get one, limited time only. And that's all. It took 5 minutes. Honestly, the static looks pretty clean, but there's not much to it. It's just a headline, product photo plus call out, CTA, which is buy one, get one, limited time only, of course. And then I run that, right? And then next day in the morning, I get my first sale with $7 spent and with a 5 ROAS or the first order. I was like, oh crap, which ad got the order? And I checked, it was a static ad. I was like, okay, damn, the static ad's kind of popping off. It had like a 37 ROAS because it had a very small spend. With the videos were getting most of the spend, but the static ad had some like 2 clicks, and one of those clicks converted. So then on the second day, I increased the budget a little bit to 80 combined with the 4 ad sets. So, and then I had 3 sales the second day. 3 sales the second day, all in the static ad, all 3 in the static ad. I was like, oh shit, what? The static ad is pretty goated. Although the videos were getting good clicks, but none of the clicks were converting, and they had higher CPCs. they were getting 150, 180 CPCs, which is still pretty good, but the static ad was getting 80 cent, 90 cent CPCs, like half the cost, with a 12% conversion rate on the ad. And then third day, I bumped up the budget for the US campaign because it was mostly the US campaign getting the sales. So I bumped up that ad set campaign, and then boom, I got more and more sales. I migrated that ad into its own scale campaign, where now I'm just getting that one ad. But now fast forward to today, this morning I checked. So today I'm at like 20 something orders, 21 orders, 22. And it's all from the static. And now the algorithm kind of found out that, oh shit, that the videos are not getting any sales. It's only the static ad that's crushing it. So for the past 5 days, the static ad has been getting 95% of, not even 95, like 99% of the spend. I tried adding some ads yesterday and the day before. I added 3 ads targeting a different, so it's the same avatar, but different angles. So I tested 3 ads for each angle, so three concepts for each angle. And I thought, okay, these are pretty good. I made some voiceover ads as well. And they just didn't get any spend. They got a very, very tiny amount, like less than $1. So like 0.3, 0.4. While the static ad was just getting all the spend. Man, I'm blessed that Meta gave me that recommendation, and I took that recommendation, because if I didn't make that static ad and I did the same thing like all the other dropshippers would do, I see like 10 different stores running the same product. I go to ad library and there's like 50 stores running the same product. But hey, maybe they're curating the audience and I'm just taking the audience with my offer. I think that is what's happening, right? They're spending their money with the calorie rips. Now they're educating the audience with the videos. They're like getting warmer and warmer, and they see my static offer and they buy from my store because I have a good landing page and a good offer. I think that is what's happening. There's so many competitors just educating my audience, and all I'm doing is I'm taking the fruits of their labor. So yeah, the conclusion is, I think this is the best way to test ads. This is the best way to run your ads initially. You can just do a static offer. You need the only criteria is you need to have, your product needs to already have some recognition. This wouldn't work for a product that's already not trending on social media, or there's not a decent pool of audience that at least knows about this solution and the product especially. So if it does fit those criteria, then man, just run it up, run a static offer up. Make sure you have a good offer. I found that from my experience testing my past 2 stores, on my second, so not my newest store, but my second newest store that I started 1 month ago, that store is doing around 100 USD per day. So it's a very, very small budget, but it's still profitable. I'm just sitting at like $20 per day, it's getting 5 ROIs, just making some passive income for that. But first, when I was doing that store, I was doing a 50% off. I tried a 60% off. I tried free gifts. And then I switched to buy one get one free, and then it started crushing. Same with my newest store right now. I started with a buy one get one free offer, and it's still working as of right now. It just crushed immediately. Yeah, that is my message for my insight that I found that worked best for me. It might not work for most products, for your products, but this is what I found to work for me. It might just work because it's Q4, I don't know. So yeah, I wanted to talk about gifting as well, like how to increase your perceived value with gifts, and also some conversion tips on your landing page, on your product page, which I'll talk about in my next video, because I think one of the biggest misconceptions is that giving free gifts will increase your perceived value. But I think it's the other way around. I think most of the times adding free gifts will decrease your value, decrease your conversion rate, which I'll talk about in the next video why I think that's the case. Right. Well, I might be wrong with a lot of things. I might be wrong with this thing, but yeah, it's just going along with my journey and learning as I go, right? So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.